Henry's cat liked lots of things, especially food, and some days he would spend hours just looking at the contents of his cupboard and wondering what new sorts of tastes he could make. Fish cakes with chocolate sauce was quite nice. So was fried cream bun with tomatoes. Cheese and pineapple donuts were very nice for birthdays. And, of course, every cat's favourite, marzipan mushrooms, especially with candles on top, which Henry's cat always ate last. But he'd tried all these tastes before. What new ones could be tried, he wondered. Sausages, cakes, bananas, ice cream, fish. Fish! That was it! There were lots of fish he hadn't tried, but he couldn't think of any of their names, except sardines, which he had tried, and whales, which he hadn't. That decided it. He would have a whale, but he was not quite sure what a whale looked like. It would probably be a bit like a sardine, only larger. Oh, he thought, I'll recognise it by the large tin it'll be in. Henry's cat checked his fish book and discovered that whales were much larger than sardines and didn't live in tins either. Oh, that's a problem, he thought to himself. But Henry's cat was not one to be put off by problems of that sort. If big whales swim in the sea, which is big, then little whales will swim in ponds, which are little. That's logical, he thought. And as he was only a small cat, a small whale would easily satisfy him. Henry's cat got out his fishing rod and some bait, and he set off to the village pond to fish for whales. He had been there over half an hour without catching anything, except an old boot and a bicycle wheel, when Chris Rabbit came along and asked Henry's cat what he was doing. Oh, I'm catching whales, he said. But I seem to be better at catching wheels. Oh, what bait are you using? Asked Chris Rabbit. Mainly marmalade, Henry's cat replied. But I've also tried chocolate biscuits and peanuts. You won't catch whales like that, said Chris Rabbit. They're very cunning. You have to trick 'em. How? Asked Henry's cat, thinking how lucky he had been to meet Chris Rabbit. Easy. First you pretend you're a whale, and then after you've become friends with 'em, you play leapfrog together. And then you get someone with a net to catch 'em as they jump out of the water. I always catch 'em that way. Oh, now why didn't I think of that? Said Henry's cat. I'll pretend I'm a whale, and you can catch them. Off he went to sort out some whale pretending clothes. First of all, he found a large yellow cloth. He thought yellow was a nice, friendly sort of colour for a whale, and quite fashionable as well. He put a goldfish bowl over his head to keep the water out, laid the cloth over an old umbrella, and painted a friendly whale face on it. He then put up a flag he could wave to Chris Rabbit just as soon as the whale started leaping. Then he weaved his way back to the pond. Unfortunately, Henry's cat couldn't see very well out of his disguise, and he didn't notice Daisy the cow having a drink. And Daisy didn't notice Henry's cat either, at first. But when she did, she jumped straight into the pond, because what looks friendly to whales doesn't always look friendly to cows. Henry's cat thought all the noise was being made by the whales playing leapfrog. He was very pleased, and he wiggled his flag as a signal for Chris Rabbit to catch them. But Chris Rabbit was nowhere to be seen. He had hopped off as soon as he'd seen angry Farmer Giles approaching. Brrr! What's all this then? Frightening my Daisy into the pond. Henry's cat was surprised, to say the least. He took off his friendly whale disguise and said, I only wanted to taste some whale. Taste whale! Taste whale! You'll get a taste of my stick, that's what. Oh, is it licorice? Asked Henry's cat. But Farmer Giles didn't seem to understand.